What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for joining me today on the Chuck and the Ruck podcast. Running solo today. Ruck couldn't be here today. He had to take care of a few personal things, but the show must go on, so I'm running solo. We're going to do our thing and get right into it. We're going to start out talking about this whole Lamar Jackson beef that he got with Bernard Pollard. Boy, it's spicy. It started out when ESPN ranked their top 10 quarterbacks. They got Rodgers 1, Mahomes 2, Allen 3, Brady 4, Burrow 5, Stafford 6. I agree with the top 6. But then this is where I'm confused. At number 7, they got Justin Herbert. Like, really? Man, I know the dude, he had a pretty good first couple years in the league, but 7? And they got 8, Wilson, 9, Deshaun Watson, and 10, Prescott. Like, that's a cool list. But how is Justin Herbert on this list and Lamar Jackson not? Like, I really don't understand that. I mean, I know last year wasn't the best year for Jackson, but the Ravens as a whole, man, like the whole team was hurt before the season even started. I believe they're starting 2 running backs. Both went on the IR. So, I think this list is taking more into account like the team aspect and not just the individual player, because Lamar Jackson, man, not only is he the most athletic player in the NFL, like, there's no way you can tell me that this dude ain't a top 10 quarterback. Like, I'm a Browns fan, and I don't like the Ravens because they took our team, but you got to tell it like it is. It's no doubt Lamar Jackson is a top 10 quarterback. I mean, Ryan Clark came to his defense when he said that he believes Lamar Jackson is a top 10 quarterback, but Bernard Pollard, he entitled to his opinion, but he said he's not a top 10 signal caller. Like, I disagree. I think Lamar Jackson is a beast, man. The dude just won MVP a few years ago. I think one of the main things that people hold against him is like the whole Michael Vick situation. Like, they just look at him and say, oh, he's just a running quarterback. Like, he can't get it done. Like, there's been plenty of quarterbacks that can get it done with their legs and their arms. You think of Joe Montana. Like, you don't have to be just sitting in the pocket 24/7 to get it done. Like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can get it done with his feet. Big Ben used to move around. So I just feel that's very, very disrespectful to not even put him in the top 10. And you got Justin Herbert up there. Like, you got to give me more than 2 years before you can crack the top 10. Like, I don't really think that's cool. I'm interested to see what my partner think, and believe once he get back, I'm going to get his opinion on this whole situation right here. Dak Prescott, if you'd asked me this about 2 years ago, I would have probably said Dak's not a top 10 quarterback, but it seemed like the more Dallas has become reliant on him, he has stepped up his game. Like Ezekiel Elliott, he's not even a top 20 running back in my mind. Once Zeke, hit the down end of his prime, Dak Prescott has took it up a few notches. So I definitely would give him top 10. Deshaun Watson, he might be a top 3 quarterback in this league, honestly. But unfortunately, he missed last year. He didn't play after requesting the trade. But Stafford, you got to put Stafford on the list. Stafford's always been, around that top 15 quarterback list, but winning the Super Bowl really solidified his spot. Joe Burrow's good, going to the Super Bowl, but, that guy got a receiving core like out this world. So how much do you actually give the quarterback the credit, versus what's surrounding him? Josh Allen, he's proven himself. I want to see him get over that hump. Now, Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, I would probably switch that around. I would probably put Pat Mahomes number 1. Aaron Rodgers is good. It seemed like he set a record every time he stepped on the field. You can't take nothing away from him, but Mahomes is on a whole different level, man. That guy is amazing. Like throwing the no-look passes, and he's fast. That dude read defenses like, there's nothing you can really do to rattle him. But him and Rodgers 1 and 2 is I think that's fair. I can't really knock the list. Only thing I say is Justin Herbert, you got to show me something more. Like, I can't even get mad at Herbert for being on the list. I'm talking about the people at ESPN, like putting him on the list and not even including Lamar Jackson. Like, I don't think that's right. But they entitled to their opinions. It's definitely gonna be this year is gonna be very interesting because some guys can fall off this list, like Tom Brady. Whether or not he gonna retire, he could be gone off this list. It's a big year for Russell Wilson. Like, stats wise, he's been doing his thing for the last, basically since he came into the league. But his first couple years, he was more of a, just along for the ride with that great defense. Now he's on a team. Denver's good. They got some good pieces around them. Got a good backfield, good line. But, this is a show me year for him to see if he's truly elite. We're going to see what Deshaun Watson do, how many games he's suspended. Because if he's suspended, I believe 6 games or less, and he can play, 12, 13 games, I think he can definitely solidify himself as a top 3, top 5 quarterback in this league once again. But, the whole situation with Lamar Jackson, I know it's tense because he trying to get trying to secure that bag. There's nothing wrong with that. I salute him. Going at it with no agent, I know it ain't easy. It can't be. But, why give these folks money you ain't got to? Keep it in house. You know what I mean? Take that extra couple million, buy your mama something nice. So like I said, I definitely salute Lamar, and I believe this year, with the Ravens, I think they're going to have a bounce back year, even though like I said, I'm a Browns fan. I don't want to see them do good. But, I like Lamar. I think he's a beast. Moving on, we got to get into this whole Deandre Ayton situation, talking about somebody securing the bag. Sheesh. Um, it was rumored that Phoenix didn't want him because they didn't offer him the max. So, being a restricted free agent, he signed that offer sheet with Indiana, 4 years, $133 million. Like, that's some life-changing money. But Phoenix ain't stupid. They went and matched it ASAP. So he probably gonna be staying put. I like Ayton. I like his upside. I don't even think he's 25 yet. Number one pick it. I believe in 2018. So he got a lot more maturing to do, but he's good now. So I think that's a good investment for them. What I'm curious is because the whole Kevin Durant situation, like he had listed Phoenix as one of his, I guess, is his number one preferred destination, and it was rumored that DeAndre Ayton could be dealt in any deal, but that looked like that's over with now because they just resigned him. So that whole KD situation, I wonder what's gonna happen with that. I mean, I still think KD gonna get dealt, but it don't look like Phoenix is gonna be. Phoenix ain't gonna be his final destination. Um, you still got Miami out there. They always lurking. Any free agent. It seemed like since they was able to get LeBron and Bosh back in 2010, every free agent since then, they got some type of linkage to and talking about going there. Like, where's they getting all this money? I don't understand. I thought teams had salary caps, but I guess not Miami. Um, so it's definitely gonna be interesting. Um, but yeah, Ayton, he 4 years, 133. I believe that's what, about 33, 34 million a year. So, he's definitely getting paid. It was either gonna be in Indiana or Phoenix. I don't really know what Indiana doing. I mean, they got Turner. I like Turner. I like his skills, and it seems like they just don't want him. So I really don't know what's going on with that whole situation with the Pacers. Seems like they got a lot of money. They don't know what to do with. Um, I wish they'd take Karis LeVert back. They got over on the Cavs. I know they gave, you know, um, they took Ricky Rubio, injured dude, but they got over. They ain't got to pay him. LeVert ain't showed me nothing. Like, he came to Cleveland and was just, I know you got to get adjusted to trading deadline and all that, but man, it seemed like this dude was just lost, just super inconsistent. Um, so I see why the Pacers was eager to get rid of him just for a dude that wasn't even gonna play. That was just one of the questionable moves the Cavs making. Besides paying Garland all that money, and they ain't trying to pay Colin nothing. I mean, it can change any day. They can change their mind and drop that bag on Colin, that $20 million, which he deserved. Dude was averaging 20-point average for his career. I saw an interesting stat comparing. I can't find it right now, but it was comparing Colin Sexton and Donovan Mitchell. Like, they numbers, like Mitchell a better free throw shooter, but they numbers is very comparable. Like, people is really sleeping on Colin, man, and I just hope the Cavs don't mess it up, because I just got a funny feeling Like, y'all could come back to me and tell me how wrong I was, but I just got that funny feeling that number 23 is lurking and trying to make his escape route. You know, he don't stay nowhere for too long. And, you know, he looking at this Cavs team right now. You know, we got Evan Mobley. We got Garland. You know, we got a nice core. You know, they some young players. You know, they some young vets. They've been in the league a while. Except Mobley, this is his second year. But, man, that dude got so much upside. You know, it's crazy to think where he can be in 5 years because he got touch. Like, that's rare you see a player coming to the league with touch like that. I mean, he got to eat. You know, he can come over here and eat some of these pork chops and green beans or something, man. You know, he got to get his weight up, but his skills is on point. You know, but this LeBron last year in LA, at least on his contract, and if they don't make a move, I mean, I can see him bouncing on AD and coming here, you know, riding up to the sunset with like I said, you got Mobley, you got Garland. Don't forget about Jared Allen, you know, one of the best defenders in the league, period. You know, he got disrespected last year. He got like 0 votes for Defensive Player of the Year. And I ain't expecting to win it because he missed some games. But, man, this dude alters games. Like, the way people do it on offense, he do it on defense. Like, you don't bring nothing down low on Jared Allen. Like, that's not happening. So, yeah, you know, man, I don't know how I really feel about that. Like, if LeBron come back, that's cool. Like, I've always been a LeBron fan. You know, I remember before LeBron came into the league, I was in the mall one time, and, you know, you had heard about LeBron in high school. He was balling, but, you know, I wasn't really up on high school sports as I was on pro sports. But, you know, I was in the mall chopping it up with some girls trying to get their number. And all of a sudden, like, a crowd of like 50 people like ran by me. The girl I was talking to, she was pew. I'm like, what's up? But, you know, it is what it is. I end up chopping it back up with her, getting her number and stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, LeBron's always been that guy. Like, you know, whatever he do, people watching, and, you know, people gonna react to the moves he make. And I just see the Cavs right now trying to put themselves in position. I think it's gonna be his 20th, 21st year in the league, but they still trying to put themselves in that position. So, you know, if he is a free agent, you know, they able to jump on it. Like, I mean, I can't be mad because what the dude do for the economy, like, it's crazy. Like, prices, the parking, the foods, like, sports bars, restaurants. You ain't even got to be near the arena, but them prices is gonna rise because they know people gonna want to get out. They gonna want to go mingle. They gonna want to watch the Cavs regardless if they're going to the game live or not. But, you know, the prices go up, so, you know, I can't be mad at the Cavs for wanting to put themselves in that position. You know, to have that opportunity to get LeBron back. I'm just saying, me as a Cavs fan first, I don't want to see them get their hopes up and then get let down and let a budding young star like Colin Sexton go because they thinking about next year. Like, you know, like, don't try to save money by not paying this man, you know, in the hopes of getting LeBron. Like, because if it's my decision, I'm paying Colin. You know, I understand negotiating and trying to get what you can get. you know, for a bargain. But, you know, if you want to keep them, like NBA players, they got a going rate. Like, you got to pay them what you got to pay them. You know, you can't just be trying to give them pennies on a dollar. He ain't going to take that. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope the Cavs do what they need to do. But yeah, back to with KD, I don't know where he gonna go. You know, it's interesting. You know, it's kind of crazy. He just signed that crazy $200 million, $190-some million deal, and he just said, "Oh, I'm sick of it. I want to go." Like, man, where they do that at? But you know, players right now, you know, it's the player season. It ain't the owner season. It's the owner season in the NFL, but it's the player season in the NBA. But but yeah, you know, I'm happy for Ayton. You know, I don't think they're gonna win in Phoenix the way they constructed. I mean, you know, I like their team. I like Ayton. I like Booker. You know, I respect CP3, but you know, to me it seemed like they got a bunch of beta males. You know, they need that alpha dog. Like the people say Chris Paul is, but you know, dude getting up in age, he ain't never won nothing. You know, he ain't proved that he that alpha. You know, they can lead the team, get him over the hump. I know a couple times when he was with Houston, he got hurt. When the Clippers, you know, they had some nice squads, but Chris Paul ain't never, you know, he ain't never done that. You know, I ain't saying he can't, but I don't think he can do it as the number one. And I definitely don't think Booker is that number one dude. Like Booker can go off. We done seen him score 70, 60, 50, you know, like it's nothing. He a really good scorer, but, you know, they just missing that alpha dog. And maybe DeAndre Ayton is going to turn into that. Maybe they need to get that man the ball, let him do his thing. You know, quit holding him back. You know, I believe he, 20, 23, maybe 24. So, you know, he definitely got time. You know, he got the body. That's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, I would try that. You know, I'm not about to run everything through Booker. You know where that's got him. Even before Ayton got there, Phoenix was doo-doo. They made it to the finals a couple years ago, but they ain't win nothing. They had a great record last year, but collapsed because they can't do nothing, man. They ain't got that alpha dog. And maybe DeAndre Ayton can evolve into that. What other options they got? Like, for real. Like, what else can they do? You know, you just gave this man 33 million, 133 million. So, you know, you might as well see if he can get you over that hump to the promised land. You know, speaking of people getting that money, you know, we gonna end the day talking about Ryan Garcia. Like, this dude is this dude get the bag. He get to it. You know, he's a boxer, but boxing is just a hobby to him. Like, you know, this dude got commercials, got endorsements. He hanging with celebrities. Like, he's really getting to it. You know, he got a big fight coming up this week. In a couple of days, he gonna be fighting. I believe. Let me see. I think he gonna be fighting Fortuna. Uh, you know, Fortuna. He cool. You know, it's a step up in competition for Garcia. You know, he talking about he want Tank. I don't think he want them problems right now. You know, you might as well let Tank keep fighting and get a little bit older and hope he slow down. But you know, I like Ryan Garcia. You know, he proved to me that he got skills when he fought Luke Campbell. You know, and Campbell caught him with a nice one in the second round, knocked him down. You know, a lot of people would have folded, but you know, Garcia, he got up, knocked him out. Seventh round, TKO. You know, get that WBC belt. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be watching. I ain't been watching boxing as much as I used to. I'm trying to get back into it. Um, but like the bigger fights, I try to check out. You got I think Jake Paul, he gonna be fighting. That's another dude. Another social media star / boxer now to get to the bag for real. I heard he made 40 million last year. Like that ain't nothing to sneeze at for real. He stepping in there with Rockman Jr. An actual boxer. But dude, I'm expecting I'm expecting Paul to win. Rockman, he just got knocked out his last fight. So, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Like boxing, just a different sport nowadays. I mean, it ain't the same. Like Floyd changed that. Like not even with just the flashiness, but like the whole business sense. Like they taking it out of these promoters' hands, and the fighters is putting it. They taking their own destiny into their own powers. You know what I mean? They doing it themselves. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you still got some promoters like Al Heyman. He take care of his fighters. You know, um, he do right by his fighters. None of his fighters cross him. You don't never catch him saying nothing sideways or nothing. But but yeah, Ryan Garcia, he gonna be fighting. I'm gonna definitely be checking that out. And we gonna bring you some post commentary on that. I know Adrian Broner getting back into the ring. That's my dog. I used to love watching Broner fight. You know, I don't know what's up with him. People say he got a drinking problem and all that. If it is an issue, I hope he getting the help he need, and he able to continue his career because he ain't that old. He probably early 30s, so I definitely think it's a chance for him to, get, grab him another belt. Make a couple more dollars and get to that bread and cement his legacy. But oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking that out. What else we got in boxing? We got Triple G and Canelo third fight coming up. Um, you know, I love Triple G, but I just think Canelo gonna beat the brakes off of him, man. You know, it ain't nothing against Triple G. I know he 40 something now. He might be 40, but Canelo is in the prime. I know he just lost, because he trying to step up to B-Ball, and that dude too big. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Nello. Cinnamon. They don't call you that no more. I remember that. I remember they used to call you Cinnamon because that red hair. But oh yeah, that's gonna be a big one. And the biggest fight we all want to see is Crawford and Spence. Like, I like both of them guys, both of their fights. I don't miss none of them. But I've always been a bigger Crawford fan because Crawford, he seemed like a more all around fighter, and Spence just like Spence he called himself Big Fish, and he's a shark. Like he just keep coming at you, attacking that body. He once he smell that blood, he on it. But I just think Bud is more technical, and I don't see. I mean, Bud got caught a couple times, and you know he's never lost or anything or been knocked down or anything like that. But I just think Bud's gonna be super focused. He's already been undisputed at 140. And then this fight is going to be for undisputed at 147. With Spence having 3 belts, Bud having 1. So, both guys are going to come in there focused. But I know they better get it done soon because Bud, both of them getting older. But I think Bud about 30, 33, 34. So he's definitely getting up there. And, if he lose, people going to have that excuse like, oh, he was past his prime and this and that and this. Like, They need to get it done, but I know the politics of boxing, all the fights we want to see don't always happen. But but yeah, it's a lot going on, and you know, I I just appreciate y'all for being there with me tonight. Like I said, my homie, my partner, Ruck, he handling some business, so the show must go on. Like I said, you know, but you know what I'm saying. Just keep watching, keep tapping in. Put them likes, them subscriptions. Y'all disagree with what I'm saying? Put it in them comments. Tell me I'm wrong. It's all good, baby. We all entitled to our own opinion, man. And I just appreciate all y'all for checking us out. And until next time, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, we will be back. Y'all take it easy.